Alyssa, nice to meet you.
I'm Fernanda. Nice to meet you too.
Nice to meet you. So thank you so much for sending us that letter of interest. We're really happy to hear from you guys. So I just wanted to take some time from today to just go over some of the product features and get to learn a little bit more about your business and what you guys might be interested in. Yeah. But understand that your time is super valuable, so if this at any point doesn't seem right or doesn't feel like something that you're interested in, just let me know and I'll get out of your hair. Does that sound okay?
Yeah. I have 5 minutes. So
that's perfect.
That's
okay.
Fine.
Great. So I just wanted to kick off by hearing a little bit more about, the kind of stuff that you do at Goldman Sachs and, what prompted you to reach out to us.
So we are now changing our email operating system.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, we deal with money. We deal with a lot of money, a lot of clients, a lot of investors.
Mm-hmm.
And we offer 24/7 service.
Mm-hmm.
So we need to have people available, but we also need the system available.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to know that there are all secure transactions, secure emails, and that things can work out on time.
Great. So it sounds like you're talking about security and timeliness. Between those two, is there something that's absolutely critical to get right and that we should be focused on here?
I mean, security for us is the baseline.
Okay.
We will work with whoever can provide us a solution that we're 100% sure that is secure.
Right.
And then we're looking to be sure that we have the availability of the service, of course, of this monitoring service, but of the service that we are monitoring, because as I said before, it's very time sensitive.
Right. Okay. So security and availability, that makes perfect sense given the type of business that you guys are, and good to hear from our end because I think our product will really be able to help you. We've previously worked with a couple big clients as well, and so I think that we'll be able to definitely handle the stuff that's important to you guys at Goldman Sachs.
And who do you work with?
So we've previously worked with P&G. It's one of our bigger clients, and we've also worked with the U.S. National Treasury. So I think between the two of those, we've dealt with a lot of the challenges of working with a big company and making sure that this is a product that's scalable across enterprises. And so we'd be happy to kind of sit down with you and think through what that could look like at Goldman Sachs. Before we get too much into that, though, I kind of also like to just get a good sense of your timeline in terms of making a decision on how you want to proceed with us, but then also thinking a little bit ahead to implementation.
So we're going to do this migration in the next 6 months.
Okay.
And we want to begin this migration with already having decided who we will work with.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't give you an exact date or anything, but it's going to be 6 months.
Okay, great. So I mean that works really well for our timeline. It usually takes us around 1 to 2 months to kind of get something in production in terms of the right kind of software and setup.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll be able to help you kind of test that as well and make sure that you're very comfortable with it before you guys decide to launch it. So.
And I would like to know a bit more about working with your big companies. How long have you been working with P&G, for example?
Right. So I mean, P&G we've been working with for a couple years now. So I mean, it's been a really great relationship with them. The U.S. National Treasury is a little bit newer, and it took a little bit of time for us to work with them to get to the right solution. But that's kind of one of the good things about working with a company like us is that we can really sit down with you and work with you to get something that makes sense for your business. And we're not just kind of selling a product that is the same across the board. So rest assured that we'll be taking good care of you. Now, I imagine that there's a couple other people involved in this decision. And in the interest of time, maybe we can set up some time, next week where, I can sit down with you and a couple other people on your team, and we can walk through a little bit more what the product could look like and hear more about your situation and what solution would work.
Yeah, and before we even do that, I'd like to know about price, because that will be a yes or no now.
For sure, that's definitely something that we'd be happy to share. Why don't I send across a package with more information on the product, what you can expect from us, and then a little bit about the price there. And then we can kind of have that conversation in our next meeting. Does that sound okay?
Yeah, perfect.
Great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day.
You too.
Bye.